What's up, all you restoration wizards? It's Frankie here, and I want to show you guys in this video what actually makes people pick up the phone and call you and convert to a call. So usually, like when you actually build a website, if you do it correctly, there's kind of two things you're trying to kind of satiate at the same time. Half of that is the Google search engine so that your site actually ranks and people discover it in the first place. And then the other half is like a real human being that you want to pick up the phone. And there is definitely some overlap in there, but sometimes they have like kind of different agendas. In this video, I want to talk to you guys about the human part of it and what makes somebody actually pick up the phone. So the first thing that I wanted to show you guys is that if you've done this right, the influence process begins even before you've hit the website. So I just did a search for water damage restoration in San Diego. There's a couple of companies that come up: Orange Restoration, Same Day Water Damage, and Fire Restoration, Smart Dry. And the influence process has actually begun right here. And what I mean by that is when they see this 134 reviews, 62 reviews, 78 reviews, that has already influenced people. And most people believe this more than Google. So when you see somebody who's got like 134 stars, 15 years in business, immediately there's a trust that is communicated. For that reason, by the way, Orange Restoration is probably getting a bulk of the phone calls. Now, when it comes to pay-per-click, the flip side of this too as well is the actual like headline in your ad says so much about your business. So guaranteed pool leak detection. So I don't know who these guys are, but obviously if you got a pool, you're probably going to call them. For everything else, you're probably not. And what most people are doing is something similar to this, where it's just basically like, hey, we do restoration. And you want something that's more like this, get 24/7 water damage restoration help, because this is the first sign. So the first thing they're looking at is as I mentioned, are there actual reviews? Now, when you get onto the website, the next thing is that we want to look for are actual benefits, like reason they would call you. And I was just looking at this site today, and I thought it was a great example of it. Right when you get on their site, licensed and insured, IICRC certified, 24/7 live calls, free estimate, work with all insurance billed directly. There's 6 reasons to call them, plus proof on their website. So right then and there, they're hitting you with benefits. And all the benefits, by the way, fall into one of 5 categories. They fall into the time. So you'll notice that the time factor is 24/7 live calls. That's a time benefit right there. There's an identity of like who you do this for. So in this case, we got this. The guy does the pool. Like if you got a pool, I'm the pool guy. That's an identity play right there. Is when you're for somebody specifically. There's the money. And so they've taken the risk out of the money by saying free estimates and the insurance is billed directly. There's the energy of like we're easy to work with. In this case, it might just be the call. They probably haven't done a ton of like how easy they are to work with. And then there's the reputation where you see licensed and insured and certified and works with all insurance. So those are the 5 kind of benefits that you can put in a website. And I recommend having them all. Just like this, like you see with bullet points. And if you have those benefits, you're going to get calls more than like some websites. Like I'll just pick one randomly, but if we scroll down, like I'm just going to go like deeper until I find like, some of the websites that aren't ranking. I'm going to go just a little further here. And usually what you'll find is often they just say, we exist, right? Like a bad website is basically just like, Dr. Quick Dry. I'm not picking on any of these people specifically. Flood and mold specific. This one's actually not too bad. But a lot of times when I see like somebody's website and it's weak, it just says like basically like we exist, right? What you want to do is like beyond we exist. Like there's a lot of reasons to call us specifically over other companies. And there we go. My computer has too many tabs up and we're freezing. So this one, call for immediate service, your trusted experts. I don't think this is terrible, but like you can see if you're an uninformed consumer and this is all you have to go on, this website's going to hit you harder with the benefits. Now, the third thing I want to show you guys is proof. And there's probably 2 kinds of proof, so maybe we should break these up into 2 categories. My favorite kind of proof, by the way, that you do good work besides reviews, which is the most believable, right here, before, after. I always say half your job is documenting your job. You guys are probably already documenting so much of this for insurance reasons. but you're not necessarily documenting it for marketing reasons, right? You can take those same pictures, especially before and after, and show people like, this is what we did and this is how great it looks again. And like nothing says like I can fix your water damage more than just like actually seeing real repairs, right? So you can never have too many of these. Again, I'm not affiliated with this particular website, but I just liked the proof element. And then the last kind of proof element that I wanted to talk to you about is like all the third party certifications, Better Business, Google, Lead Safe, satisfaction guarantees. Like these are all proof elements and again reviews, and you see these and they communicate this is a trustworthy company. Like if you think about your average consumer who's like, you know, just had their life ruined with some kind of water damage and their home's destroyed or whatever, like the biggest thing they're worried about is somebody's going to take them to the cleaners and they're going to get ripped off, and they've heard of all these bad experiences with contractors. And so the more you communicate trust and reputation, and we've been doing this and other people say we're legitimate, the more you put those fears at ease. And then the last piece that I wanted to show you is this is so simple because, you know, you can do this for any kind of insurance company, but not everybody realizes this. But having like a list of insurance providers you work with, even though like you work with them all, consumers don't know that. They don't know that, hey, like, oh, do you work with State Farm? Yes, I do, right? Like they don't